Good day and thank you for joining us on the Beetv News Update at 3. I am Lee Bratesman Johanna. Now the news in details. The Niger Delta Development Commission presented the 1.75 trillion naira budget proposal for the 2025 fiscal year to the Senate on Tuesday. The spending plan was submitted to the Senate Committee on NDDC, which stated that it intends to conduct a physical assessment of projects executed by the Commission between 2021 and 2024. Samuel Ogboko, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the NDDC, told the committee that the 2025 proposal represents a 9% reduction from the 1.985 trillion naira appropriate for the 2024 fiscal year. Ogboko said the 1.75 trillion naira proposal comprises 776.5 billion naira as federal government contribution and 752.8 billion naira from oil companies, 109.4 billion naira as revenue bought from 2024, 53.67 billion naira as recoveries from federal government agency, and 8.25 billion naira as internally generated revenue.
Should therefore be seen not merely as an annual financial requirement, but as a reform instrument. Must prioritize completion over proliferation. The Niger Delta does not need more abandoned projects, it needs finished infrastructure that improves lives. In looking ahead, there is a compelling case for targeted amendments to the NDDC Act to enhance the Commission's financial sustainability and reduce excessive dependence on statutory allocations.
As of October 31st, 2025, the Commission's actual revenue stood at 1.985 trillion, exceeding the target of 1.911 trillion for April 2024. September 2025 by 104%. This was largely due to the extension of the 2024 budget to December 31st, 2025. The detailed breakdown of the performance can be seen in the 2024 budget.
In a continued effort to boost the morale of troops maintaining peace across Zamfara State, Governor Dauda Lawal has embarked on a 2-day visit to heads of security and law enforcement agencies in the state. As part of the visit, the governor approved the sum of 160 million naira as an end-of-year bonus for frontline security personnel in appreciation of their commitment and sacrifices in safeguarding lives and property. The report.
The end-of-year visit to Security and Law Enforcement Agency in Zamfara State is the first of its kind by the current administration. Governor Dauda Lawal, who was represented by the Secretary of the State Government, Abubakar Nakwada, described the initiative as a strategic engagement aimed at recognizing the dedication, resilience, and sacrifices of security personnel in protecting citizens across the state. According to the state government, the visit is intended to serve as a morale booster and to further strengthen collaboration between the government and security agencies. During the visit, the government announced the donation of 160 million naira to security agencies as an end-of-year bonus and appealed to them to redouble their efforts in the fight against insecurity.
This meeting is at the instance of His Excellency. He directed that we come around, not just the brigade command, but in fact all security and what you call quasi-security agencies, to appreciate them for all the support and all the service they have been offering the government and people of the state, and also to request for more service delivery in the coming year ahead, 2026.
The Zamfara state government further called for greater synergy among all security agencies to address lingering security challenges and reaffirmed its readiness to provide the necessary support to enhance their operation. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
"17 people have been confirmed killed in a fatal road crash that occurred in Damasara town, Duse local government area of Jigawa State on Tuesday. According to the Federal Road Safety Corps, the accident, which happened at about 12:15 p.m. along the Duse-Kana-Hugoma Road, involved 3 vehicles, 2 Volkswagen golf cars and a Mercedes-Benz tipper truck. Public Education Officer of the FRSC in the state, CRCYI Yahaya, stated that preliminary investigations by the cops attributed the cause of the crash to overspeeding, tire burst, and loss of control. It added that the injured victims and corpses were promptly evacuated by FRSC rescue team to the General Hospital, Duse, for medical attention and documentation. The sector commander of the FRSC in Jigawa State, through the public education officer, cautioned motorists against excessive speed and neglect of vehicle maintenance, particularly tire conditions. The All Progressive Congress Kebbi State Chapter has suspended the chairman of Bernie Kebbi local government area, Alhaji Dahiru Nayaya Ambassa, from the party with immediate effect. The suspension was announced in a letter signed by the Kebbi Central Zonal Vice Chairman of APC Kebbi Central, Abubakar Bello. According to the letter, the action followed what the party described as credible reports and findings alleging misuse of office and engagement in activities that undermine, ridicule, embarrass, and disunite the party. The APC said such actions are considered detrimental to the party's interest and unity and are in violation of Article 21(2) of the APC Constitution 2022 as amended. The party further directed that Alhaji Ambassa is restrained from entering any APC office during the period of his suspension. The letter warned that any further actions of a similar nature, while the suspension remains in effect, could attract more severe disciplinary measures, including possible expulsion from the party. Members of the Rivers State House of Assembly said that they have returned the 100,000 naira Christmas bonus given to them by the governor of the state, Sir Similai Fubara. The assembly, which described the 100,000 naira cash gift as unsolicited and unapproved, said the governor has continued to spend Rivers money without minding the law. It would be recalled that the governor has released a sum of 100,000 naira to be paid to civil servants and some public office holders in the state for the celebration of the festive season. But the state lawmakers, in a statement on Tuesday night signed by the chairman, House Committee on Information, Petitions and Complaints, Honorable Enemi Alabo George, rejected the money. Judge said, today, the 30th day of December 2025, honorable members of the 10th River State House of Assembly received bank credit alerts of the sum of 100,000 naira each. The said unsolicited and unapproved amount was transferred on the instructions of the Governor of River State, Sir Similai Fubara, GSSRS, to the personal accounts of members. Residents of Kano State experienced intensified security enforcement in 2025 as the State Police Command carried out widespread operations that led to thousands of arrests and significant recoveries of illegal items between January and December 30, 2025. police operatives arrested 3,081 individuals linked to a range of criminal activities across the state. Ibrahim Adamu Bakori, Kano State Commissioner of Police, made this known on Tuesday during an end-of-year security briefing at the command headquarters in Bompai in Kano. According to the commissioner, the arrests were the outcome of sustained anti-crime efforts targeting offenses such as armed robbery, kidnapping, drug-related crimes, fraud, theft of vehicles and tricycles, and street violence.
In brief, from January 1st, 2025 to December 31st, 2025, a total of 3,081 suspects were arrested for major crimes across 78 police divisions and 11 area commands. 7 tactical units under my directions and operations involving the command, the part of operation, investigation, and intelligence, with recoveries of firearms, dangerous weapons, illicit drugs, stolen properties, and other exhibits as detailed below.
And on the global scene, in one of the most audacious bank heists in recent German history, a group of thieves exploited the quiet Christmas holiday period to drill their way into the underground vaults of a Sparky Saving Bank branch in the Boer district of Gelsenkirchen. Police said the robbers made off with tens of millions of euros in cash, gold, and other valuables from customers' safe deposit boxes, the report.
Police believe the break-in occurred sometime over the extended holiday closure, which began on the evening of December 24 when most shops and banks in Germany shut down. It was not discovered until early on Monday, December 29, when a fire alarm triggered at the bank shortly before 4 a.m. Emergency responders who arrived found a large hole drilled through a thick reinforced concrete wall leading into the bank vaults. Investigators said the perpetrators gained access to the vault room from an adjacent underground parking garage, while witnesses reported seeing several men carrying large bags in the stairwell overnight between Saturday and Sunday. CCTV footage revealed by police also showed a black Audi RS6 leaving the garage early on Monday morning with marked individuals inside. Its license plate was later identified as belonging to a vehicle previously reported stolen in Hanover, more than 200 kilometers away. Once inside the vaults, the suspect forced open more than 3,000 safe deposit boxes, police said, targeting items such as cash, jewelry, precious metals, and other valuables. Authorities estimate that around 2,700 customers were affected by the raid. Police spokesperson Thomas Nowacki described the operation as highly professional, suggesting it required meticulous planning and possibly inside knowledge of the bank's layout and security systems. Initial official estimates placed the value of the stolen goods in the double-digit millions of euros, potentially between 10 million euro and 90 million euro, roughly $11.7 million to $105.7 million, depending on what was stored in the boxes. The heist has been compared to Hollywood-style thefts, with one police official linking it to the film Ocean 11 because of its scale and evacuation. On Tuesday, hundreds of distressed customers gathered outside the bank branch, demanding information and access to their boxes, while the premises remain closed for security reasons. Police have set up a hotline for affected clients and are working with the bank and insurers to determine compensation and next steps. No suspects have been arrested and the investigation remains ongoing, with officers appealing to the public for any additional information. Forensic teams are collecting evidence and reviewing surveillance footage in hopes of identifying and locating those responsible. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
You're still watching Beetv News Update while we go on a short break to stay with us.
Gone but not forgotten. Our dearly beloved mommy and matriarch, late Madam Gift Soe Irabo. Mommy, it's been 8 years since you left us in this sinful world, and just like a burnt down library, our world crashed when death took you away from us. As our mother, grandmother, great-grandmother, sister, aunt, and mother-in-law, we will not forget in a hurry the great lessons you taught us, especially your prayerful lifestyle that brought us closer to God. We remember your undying love, care, and passion for God and man. The entire family of Yorama Erabo of Ogo Town in Orion local government area of Edo State cordially invites the public to the 8 years remembrance of their daughter, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, Madam Gift Soe Erabo. Date, January 13, 2026. Venue, Rose Garden Event Center, number 22, Giwa Amo Street, off Airport Road, GRA, Benin City. Time, 12 p.m. prompt. Mommy, continue to rest until we meet to part no more. We love you dearly. Signed, Ambassador Ogene Osaumese JP for the family.
Welcome back, and now to business news. The General Assembly has approved the $3.45 billion regular budget for the United Nations for 2026. The approval followed weeks of intensive negotiations and one of the organization's most important reform initiatives, UN80, the report.
The budget approved by the 193-member General Assembly on Tuesday authorized $3,450,426,300 for the upcoming year, covering the UN's 3 core pillars of work. These are peace and security, sustainable development, and human rights. The budget largely reflected the Secretary-General proposed 15% reduction in financial resources and a nearly 19% cut in staffing. The regular budget finances the UN's core activities, including potential affairs, international justice and law, regional cooperation for development, human rights, humanitarian affairs, and public information. China said on Wednesday it will impose an additional 55% tariff on some beef imports from countries including Brazil, Australia, and the United States that exceed a certain quantity from January 1st. The price of beef in China has trended downwards in recent years, with analysts blaming oversupply and a lack of demand as the world's strong largest economy has slowed. At the same time, imports have surged, with China representing a hugely important market for countries such as Brazil, Argentina, and Australia. U.S. President Donald Trump scrapped 2 bills this week, exercising his veto power for the first time during his second term to reject a water pipeline and the expansion of a Native American reservation. AFP reports on Wednesday that Trump vetoed the bipartisan-backed bill on Monday, the White House announced on social media. Both the Senate and the House would need to pass the bill again by a second-third majority to override the precedent. One of the bills finished the Arkansas Valley Conduit Act aims to complete a decades-long plan to pipe clean water to Colorado's eastern plains. Favor Kolawole reporting for Beetv News.
And lastly, on entertainment news, Nollywood actress Sarah Martins has alerted the public after allegedly catching a new employee who stole 3 million naira from her business account just 1 week into the job, the report.
The actress revealed that the suspect, who had only been in her employment for 14 days, managed to gain unauthorized access to her phone and bank details. According to the actress, the theft was carried out with startling speed. She expressed shock that an individual who she had recently welcomed into her workspace could orchestrate such a high-stake robbery so quickly. Sarah highlighted that the worker did not have long-term or intimate access to her personal life, raising concerns about how easily the security of her mobile banking was compromised. Entrepreneur and influencer Sophia Momodu has issued a stern warning to fans and content creators who continue to link her to her former partner Afrobeat star Davido by referring her as his wife. During a recent video broadcast, the mother of Davido's first child, Imade, expressed her discomfort with the title, clarifying that her relationship with the singer ended many years ago. Sophia recounted a recent incident where she was approached by a content creator who used the singer's alias to hail her, an action she found disrespectful to the current reality of both parties. Actor George Clooney and his family have been granted French citizenship, official government document shows, after he has previously voiced concerns about raising his children amid the glitz of Hollywood. A Gazette notice listing all new French naturalization released on Saturday includes Clooney as well as his wife Amal Clooney and their twin children Alexander and Ella. Clooney, who also holds U.S. citizenship, and Alma, a British-Lebanese humanitarian lawyer, are already well familiar with their new adopted country. Though they also have homes in England and near his family in Kentucky, their primary residence is a farm in France, the actor told the New York Times in February. And that's it on the entertainment news. Evelyn Isabella reporting for Beetv News.
And that's all in our news updates. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned with us for more updates on our major news at 6. I am Lee Johanna. Bye for now.